Welcome to IST 240. Although the weather has put a sort of a damper on our ability to have our first class session, I wanted to give you a brief introduction to the course before we begin looking at the content. Now, if we were in class, I'd have you log into the computers, go to Canvas, and check out the course syllabus. If you haven't done so already, be sure and check out the syllabus. It's your learning contract for the course and gives a good indication of the types of things we'll be doing, as well as course policies, things like that, as well as grading, as well as the inclement weather policy, which is very important as we learn today. So what are the goals of IST 240? Well, the title of the course is Introduction to Computer Languages. Now that's a very broad sort of subject, but here's the kinds of things we're going to be focusing on. In this course, you're going to develop your knowledge of object-oriented programming, specifically with Java. You're going to create console-based and GUI applications with Java, but beyond just programming, you're going to learn about design languages like UML. You're going to create and understand UML diagrams. Beyond programming and design languages, you're going to learn about markup languages. Specifically in this course, you're going to learn about XML. You're going to understand the role of XML, and you're going to learn how to integrate it with Java. Like most IST courses, you're going to be part of a team and you're going to work on a semester-long team project. Now this team project will be iterative in the sense that you're going to be working on it in phases, but in the end you're going to be completing, or hopefully completing, a large project. And of course, because this is IST, we're also going to work a bit on your oral and written communication skills through such things as presentation and written documents. Now, one thing I have to ask, have you got the zyBooks textbook yet? If not, check out the directions on Canvas because the assignments from this book will be coming soon. This is an electronic textbook, but it's not just reading, it's interactive. It allows you to work on things inside the textbook. Now, these exercises you'll be working on will be graded. They're fairly lightweight in the sense that there's a lot of little exercises. They're not worth a whole lot. They are worth some part of the grade. You'll see that on the syllabus. But the idea is, if you miss a few here and there, it's not going to be a killer. However, even though the assignments are lightweight, it has heavyweight learning potential. So be sure and keep up with the reading and keep up with the exercises. Starting next week, you'll have some every week. So who am I? Some of you I will know from class last semester, but for others, this may be the first time you will have had me for an instructor. My information is listed here, as well as my website, which lists things like my previous courses taught and my research, so feel free to check it out. A little bit about my background so you can see kind of where I'm coming from. I have a fairly diverse educational background. I have 3 degrees in computer science from Harrisburg Area Community College, where I started, and Shippensburg University, where I got my master's degree. Now, my master's research was in network design and simulation. My bachelor's degree, also from Shippensburg, had a concentration in systems programming. Now, after working for a while, I got my PhD, but this time in public administration. My dissertation involved the study of public education and specifically how IT projects can be implemented in this complex environment. In industry, I worked mainly in software development. I worked on large-scale software development projects for a utility engineering firm not too far from here, specifically gas, water, and electric utility software. I've been a Penn State faculty member since 2001, teaching mostly IST and computer science, though I've taught the occasional math, MIS, and political science course. My research interests are in computer science and IST education, game studies, public policy and IT, and as well as social media and government. If you're interested in any undergraduate research opportunities, please see me. So what are my expectations for you? First and foremost, I want you to be willing and eager to learn. I want you to be respectful of others. You're going to be working with others in your team, but also just in general, class discussions, things like that. I always want you to put your best effort forward. I want you to apply yourself as well as you can to every assignment and project that you're given. I want you to be honest, conscientious, and ethical. I want you to be mindful of deadlines. Keep in mind that late assignments are not accepted in this course, so be mindful of deadlines and always turn in your work. Be a good team player. Being part of a team is a fundamental thing in IST and in industry. so you want to do your best and to work with others as well as you can. If you do run into problems, however, be sure and bring them to my attention as soon as possible so they can be remediated. And finally, I want you to be positive. Always go into an assignment, an activity, a project with a positive attitude. There's always room to learn. There's always something you can take from anything that you do that can help you in the future. Another thing I want to mention is just for the next time we meet, please remember to turn off your mobile phones when you come in the room and store them away in your book bag or your purse. Some tips for success from students who've taken this course previously. Number one is keep up with lecture notes and readings and take good notes. Now, I won't give you a tremendous amount of lecture notes because we're going to spend a lot of time in class doing things, but you'll have the zyBooks book as well as some other readings I'll throw in along the way. Be sure and keep up with those and take the time to write down notes as you go through them. This can be helpful for things like quizzes and some of the programming projects you'll be dealing with later on. Be sure and read the assignment directions. When you're given a project or an assignment, read those directions and then reread them. Make sure that you understand what you're being asked to do. You can't write a program and tell the computer what to do if you yourself don't understand what it is you're doing. Always ask questions if you have them. You want to keep up with assignments. As I mentioned before, late assignments are not accepted, so be mindful of due dates. Check your Canvas email daily for any late breaking news. Check your Canvas announcements each week. I'll try and place one out there each week after class so you know what's due for the following week. Ask any questions if you have them. I can't stress this enough, and it's one place that people often are shy, in terms of doing. If you have questions, be sure and bring them to me. There are no dumb questions. Or even if you just need a sanity check to make sure that you're doing something right, feel free to send those questions to me or stop by my office. And finally, keep a calendar. This will help you manage your assignments in this course, but also balance it with the other courses and activities in life you may have. If you have any questions, please come and see me. I have office hours Mondays and Wednesdays, and those hours are listed on the course syllabus. I'm in office 217G next to Mr. Martin. And let's have a great semester. I'm very excited about what we're going to learn this semester, and I hope that you are too.